guys, we're going to see in this video how to complete the mini games and how to arrive to them. First thing to do is from summer event, from the place we are, we have to go to the Vulcan shore that is on the beach, and going there we have to surf to the right and we will be on Vulcan Cove, and then we have to continue surfing to the right. Once we get there, we are going to be on Vulcan Plaza, and we are going to see like a normal city, just people around. And what we have to do is to go to the registration center, so look where I'm going so you know how to do it. This registration center, which is this big building, is going to have the option to buy a ticket to go to the fair, which is the map on the right. We don't have access after receiving this, so we buy it and we go talk to the guide here, and we can have access to the fair after that. And the fair has the mini games that everyone was talking about in game. When we talk to the guy, it takes us to the fair, as I said, like in a chart scene, so we are going to be moving with it, and I'm going to be describing the mini games. The first stop is in this game that is the rapid spin. We have to do circles around it, the faster the better. We have just 2 minutes and we have to defeat a score of the mini game. It is better to do it forever alone, so you don't see other people and you get less lag. As you can see, we have to run all around and obstacles are going to appear and we have to avoid them. Some of them paralyzes and stunt us, so we have to avoid them. The second game that is right after this one is going to be the Griddle, and as the name says, we have to go moving around and making some steps in order to complete the Griddle. Where is it? Well, it is down below where the first one was, and we have to complete the puzzles without repeating our steps. If you remember these games from Hoenn in Game Boy, you are going to realize how it works. It's really simple. There are some patterns. Just think a little bit fast when you're doing them because it can be a pain if you don't. Same as before, you have just like 2 minutes to do it, and if you don't think fast, you will have to repeat this non-stop. So be careful. Next minigame is going to be the one with Scissor. It's Scissor says, like Simon says. And as the name says, we are going to see some movements from Scissor and we have to repeat them. For me, it's more like a memory game. It's really easy, but at the end, it's a matter of time, so be fast and as quick as possible. Sorry if you get some lag. I recommend to turn off other applications and everything that takes your internet connection so you can do it the best as possible. Next game is the Whirlpool. It's about catching or selecting, interacting the right Pokemon that is told to us. As soon as we say we're going to start the game, they give us a quick message that says catch a Magikarp, catch Whiscash, or any other. So we have to get like 21, 22 something, so try to do it fast. Again, is waiting time. And it was complicated at the start. It got like modified. Now the Pokemons go above each other, so you are not going to have the same issue that I had. They struggle like between them, and then you were touching the magikarp, but it was a whiskas, so it will be fine after that modification. In this part we have the Among Us. That is the hardest part for everyone here. The issue here is in this part we have to be careful to choose the fungus, amungus, gloom, and the pokeball with no electric part. If we pick Ferrocid, the electric pokeball, the Biplum, and the Trapinch, we're going to get stunned, and that will delay us. I recommend to be using your mount. It's faster, and it is you have to reach at least 201 points to complete this part. It has issues with lag, so embrace your patience and try to do it. It's not that hard if you do it with the right Pokemons. After this, we see the next mini. This other mini game is the Slash Rush. It's like basically you see blocks falling down and you have to step below them. In this case, you can use the enter button as if you were going to chat in game, and that will stop you. If you are using an Android, you can use like the button or the direction that you used to log off, but you don't log off, of course. That will stop you, and basically that's the way that you do this to stop yourself. If you don't do it, it's going to be really complicated. So better know it before suffering. And then we have another game. Another game that we are going to learn about is the Mr. Mime one. Yes, the amazing Mr. Mime is the name. This one is basically a maze. It has like 6 different mazes, maybe more, maybe less, maybe they were changed, I don't know. But I'm going to show here some possible mazes that I found out after recording. So I hope they work for you. They're these maps. The red dots mean like block passes. The blue dots are Mr. Mime, show the Mr. Mime position. And the other colors are basically just decoration of the path that you can take to arrive to the Mr. Mime. It may be useless, maybe, because imagine checking the image and checking what map do you have, but it can be handy too if you want to save some time. So hope it works for you guys. Then we have the final minigame, which is the fire dance minigame. This one is on this cave, and we have basically to evade the fire tiles that are moving around after we touch the lever, which is not easy at the start, but it's probably the easy game in all the games here, even easier than the Whirlpool one. So it's a matter of reflections, I would say. Reflexes, that's the word maybe. And that's it. After that you will be able to fight the minigame master, but you have to go at least 1 point above all his records, and then you will be able to fight him. How to do so? He is on the right area of this fire dance game, and you have to defeat him with one solo team to defeat 3 of his teams. His rewards is that he will unblock the skin mission and the rocket's hideout, and you will get a reroll ticket. So it's worth it a little bit, I would say. My team, I use Clefable with Cosmic Power, Calm Mind, Boil, and Moonblast. I Cosmic Power like 2 times. No, well, one. Then I Boil, then 2 times, and so on. Then I started using um, the other attack to Calm Mind, so I was like really boosted to defeat these Pokemon. It solo does all the first team, so after that Clefable is useless for us. Sorry for those who love Clefable, but it's useless. Um, on the second team, we are going to use Baton Pass. I recommend taking Cottony and Whimsicott, so you have two possible options to let die. And that's it. Basically, you on the second team do that. And defeated with Pangoro with the move Power Trip, if I'm not mistaken. Basically, you defeat it with that. As you will see the battles in the video. So watch it and follow the steps. You will see exactly what I was saying. This is the second round, and you will see Clefable dying because it won't last long. I started with Cottony, Motset, Stanspore, Flash, Memento, and I equip it as such. So I could use Flash in or Stanspore in this case, and then if I want, I could use Flash. I'm not using Memento because my idea was to make it unable to attack. Then with Pichato, I do the same. I use Flash, Feather Dance, and stuff, so it won't attack stronger. And after that, well, I use my next Pokemon, that is Gorbis, with Substitute, Shell Smash, Baton Pass, and that's it. I use 3 Shell Smash, so I could have like a good Pango attacker in this case. Power Trip, basically, it depends on the Pokemon, and you go nuts in this case. Then we start the third part on the third team of this boss, and we start with Whimsicott. In this third round, we start with Whimsicott, same as with Cottony, we're going to use a Stanspore. It's going to be equipped with Sash, so we just continue the process, and then we just sweep with Pangoro again. Be careful, equip Sash in Pangoro too, just in case it gets heated. Once we defeat this last Pokemon, the minigame master is going to be caught by the Officer Jenny, who finally arrives and helps a bit, but after we did everything right. And we are going to move out of the place and get our reward, that is the reroll ticket. As you can see, once we leave the cave, we see Maverick, who gives us the reroll ticket and thanks us for helping the place. But he is the evil one, and we have to do another quest that is going to be with the skin of Victini. So wait for it, I'm going to upload it soon, and thank you for all those who helped me through with this quest.